and change this. So thank you for bringing that to our attention. And then the last question I have, looks like several questions. What is the status of the resurfacing of streets? I can't read this whole thing. In various locations in Canoga Park.
I can answer generally. Canoga Park is actually in Councilmember Blumenfield's district, District 3. You can actually contact your council office, and there we're provided a list of the streets that are due to be repaved. Any request can actually be submitted directly to the Bureau of Street Services or through your council office. But Councilman Blumenfield's office will have the list specifically for Canoga Park. But in general, you can always contact your council office.
Yes.
Councilman, well, all council members do. Specifically, my website, it's cd12.org. That's for Councilman Mitchell Englander. I don't know specifically Councilman Blumenfield, but if you go to the city website, you can look up all of the council members and they'll have links there.
Again, I can't read all this question, but I walk. 95% of motorists do not stop at stop signs. Okay, get a hold of your senior lead officer. They can work on that issue with the patrol officers. We can get Valley Traffic involved. If people aren't stopping for stop signs, like I said, the best way to affect that is to write traffic citations. So get a hold of your senior lead officer who's here, and they will definitely help you with that. This is a long one, so I'm trying to read it. Something about neighbor's house being broken into, burglarized. Took $2,000 in cash and jewelry. Throughout my travels, I have learned, it's hard to read the writing, so I don't know what you're asking here. If you want to ask it, please. Anybody? Yes. Good evening.
Good evening, Chuck.
Yes, sir.
Block captain, Walden Street block captain. Like I said, 2 doors down from my house, my neighbor knocked on my door around 2 o'clock and said his house had been broken into. But at the time, I thought it was this, I saw this black guy standing there, because I'd been out, and I noticed him standing there. But I didn't know, I thought he was playing basketball with his son. But his son and daughter were in school. And coming to find out, he'd broken into the house. The police were called. Within 6 minutes, they were there. And I knew he was a black guy because he had the same complexion as mine. and fortunately, the neighbor next door had a camera in the house, and it was a black guy, but I didn't have the right vehicle. I thought it was a white car, but it wasn't a white car. But one thing about it, what I want to say here, is that it's the money. Through my travels, the Oriental people, not all, say they always keep cash in their house. If that's cash in their house, somebody knows about that, and they're going to knock on those doors, and they're going to go and break in.
Yeah, I agree. If somebody knows you have cash in your house, they're certainly going to try and take it. If you have details, if anybody sees anything that, while it doesn't look suspicious, and then later, if it turns out to be suspicious, and the police have already left, you can certainly give us a call, You can call my office, you can call the detectives, your senior lead, but get that information to us, because while it may seem insignificant to you, it could be actually that missing piece that we've been looking for to solve that crime.
But I asked the neighbor, I said, do you have any black friends? Do your children have any black friends? And he said, no. If I had known that, in that time of the day, he was at work, his wife was at work, then I would have stepped in there and called the police right away. But I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, that's, again, why we stress the importance of the relationship in your neighborhood, having that neighborhood watch, getting to know who belongs there, who doesn't. If you don't know what your neighbor looks like, which a lot of people don't.
I know all my neighbors.
Good.
All the kids know me.
Yeah, that's good. But the more we get to know about our neighbors, the more we'll be able to pick out somebody that doesn't belong in that neighborhood. So,
because a lot of my neighbors, they leave their trunks, car trunks open, like my lady down the street. She had a rear end of her car that it was open, and she had my favorite bottle of wine in there. And I started to leave, then I said, no, let me go knock on her door.
yeah, thank you.
And she said, you got to be kidding, Chuck. I said, it's open. Come on. She stepped out there. She'd forgot. She's about 85 years old.
Yeah.
And then another neighbor down the street, he left his car keys in his car. I knock on the door.
Thank you.
Yeah, but see, this is being a block captain. This is something I've been doing all my...
It's a full-time job.
Yeah.
Mr. Lindor?
Captain Justice,
Yes, sir.
just your time check for your other meeting. It's almost 8 o'clock, maybe 2 more.
Captain, I just wanted to thank you and all your staff for being here tonight. We really do appreciate it, and I'll let you go ahead and wrap things up.
Thank you very much. Again, thank you all for being here. We've listened to your concerns, and we will work on them. And we truly appreciate you taking the time to be here with us this evening, because it is all about the relationship. It's about the communication between us. So thank you all very much. I'd like to thank my staff for putting this on. And again, Mr. Glenn Kirby for opening his doors to us. So thank you all very much.